Today I'm going to be showing you 3 different methods that you can use to add custom designs to your face masks. Even though I will be using a heat press and my Cricut machine for some of these designs, you don't necessarily need either of those. You can use scissors and iron-on transfer paper to achieve the same or similar results. And I will list the materials that you can use as we go along on this tutorial. For starters, you need to make sure that the face masks you're using are 100% or close to 100% cotton material. Otherwise, the images will bleed through and it won't look very nice. We'll be using these white and black face masks. They're 95% cotton and the material is really soft and stretchy and breathable. We have them available for sale in our shop and I will leave the link for that below. They're super comfortable, but unfortunately they're only available in adult sizes. They don't come in kid sizes. So what I typically do when I'm making a mask for my son or one of my nephews is I tie an extra knot around the ear loop to make them fit better. For the first method, you will be needing this template, which is basically just a face mask that I scanned into my computer, and I'll leave the link to the file down below so that you can open it and print it out yourself. The white and black masks available in our shop are the same size, so you can use the same template for both. Before you print, make sure to select Actual Size under the Page Sizing and Handling option. I will be printing my template on cardstock, but you can print on regular paper as well. It should work just fine. So think of a theme that you want to use for your face mask. If it's Roblox or Fortnite, go ahead and type in Fortnite pattern, Roblox pattern on Google, etc. And you should come across some images that you can use for your design. For my first design, I will be using this pattern from The Amazing World of Gumball, which is my son's current obsession. And I will be printing on Nina's 3G Jet Opaque Transfer paper for dark fabrics. Other alternatives that you can use are Avery transfer paper for dark fabrics and Jolie's Boutique transfer paper for colored fabrics. I'll be printing using my HP Envy 5660 color inkjet printer. So now that we've gathered all our materials, let's go ahead and get started. So this mask is ready to press, but I'm going to be putting it aside for now because I'm going to head over to my computer and show you guys how to create 1 or 2 simple designs using the Cricut design space, and I'm going to be printing it on the same transfer paper as I'm using here. So I want to press all the masks together, which is why I'm just going to put this aside for now before pressing it. So let's head over to the Cricut design space. With the exception of the class of 2020 design that you see on here, all the rest of these designs I created on Photoshop. I'm not going to go over that now, but I do have an in-depth Photoshop tutorial on how I created the Pokemon design, and I'll leave that up on the right hand corner if you want to watch it. And you can pretty much apply the same techniques to create the rest of the designs that you see on here. For these 2 designs that I'm going to be making right now using the Cricut design space, you're going to need a pattern for one of them and a superhero logo for another. If you need help uploading your images onto the Cricut design space, I'm going to leave a video up in the right hand corner where I go into detail on how to do that. For the first design, go ahead and type in the name that you want on the mask and place it above your logo. And that's it. One design is done. I'm going to select the text and the logo together and resize the design to make sure that it fits on the mask. For the second design, type in the name and ungroup the letters to make them easier to work with. Now we can work with each letter individually. Then you're going to duplicate your puzzle pattern. You need as many copies of the pattern as you have letters in the name. Then place and center each letter on top of the pattern. Then select just one group of letter and pattern at a time and click on the Slice tool at the bottom left-hand corner of the Layers panel. This will create a stencil of your letter using the pattern you've chosen. Repeat the same process for all the letters in your name. And those are the two designs. Now let's head over to cut. If you don't have a Cricut, you can cut these out by hand. However, if you're going to be using the dark transfer paper that we were using earlier, you do have to make sure that you cut off any white around the letters or your design. And don't forget to remove the backing sheet from your transfer paper. We are now ready to press the designs that we've printed on the dark transfer paper. Even though it is called transfer paper for dark fabrics, you can use it on white or light fabrics as well, as you see here. I'm using it on black masks and white masks. I'm pressing these at 350 degrees for 20 seconds. For the second technique, we will be using transfer paper for light fabrics. I'm using Jetpro Soft Stretch. Unfortunately, this transfer paper is not compatible with the home iron. Iron-on alternatives include Avery's or Jolie's Boutique transfer paper for light fabrics. Light transfer paper can only be used on white or light colored fabrics, so we will be using white masks for this technique. First and foremost, always be sure to mirror your design prior to printing because you will be applying the transfer face down. Once printed, you can use the Cricut machine or scissors to cut out your design. One advantage to using light transfer paper, especially for those who don't have a Cricut machine, is that you can leave a white border around your design and it won't be too noticeable when you press it onto your garment. Before pressing your transfer on, be sure to roll over your garment using a lint roller. Otherwise, any lint or particles you may not have noticed will show through and become a permanent part of your design. Set your heat press to 375 degrees for 30 seconds. Wait for the masks to cool down a bit before peeling the transfer off. For the third and final method, we will be cutting our design now using heat transfer vinyl, so you will also need to mirror your design prior to cutting. Place your vinyl on the mat with the glossy side facing down, and set your Cricut dial to vinyl. The final step before pressing is to weed out any excess vinyl. Set your heat press to 320 degrees for 20 seconds. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know down below if you have any questions or comments.